Ooh.
We're out on the golf course, 7498, most consistent podcast, and most consistently inconsistent. I think consistently inconsistent.
I like it.
I'm 98.
I am 74.
And we are coming up on this man's 52nd birthday. The best way to celebrate is on the golf course, and I'm very grateful for the person who came up with this idea more than anything. Absolutely. My beautiful wife, Emily Michelle. She came up with this idea called Faithful Fairways, and the idea centers around sharing our faith on hopefully fairways and not the rough, but sometimes that's just the game of golf. And even if it's just for the two people on the screen, I feel like that's what matters most. So we've already played 10 holes now, and I'm almost positive I got you by at least 2 strokes.
We'll see by the end of the round. How about that?
We'll see. I haven't even counted.
Yeah.
I haven't even counted. That's just my estimation. This is just going to be a montage of golf clips, not in order. Most of our best shots have not been filmed, which
that was beautiful.
I honestly love. I feel like that's how it should be.
No.
Because imagine if we're showing...
My life is a highlight reel. You know what I mean? I'm the guy that does all the takes, and it has to be polished.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. That's not me. But we're looking forward to not only this and the rest of the round. Just being outside, man, you know what I mean? It's totally different than what we've done in the past. And hopefully this will transfer over to other ranges that we go to. Everything goes back to faith, being a disciple of Christ, making disciples, the whole nine. I mean, and the game of golf has a lot of great correlations, and we're gonna have some. So stay tuned. Here we go. He taught the game the right way. You know what I mean? He hates cheaters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big time.
Don't lie. You know what I mean? If you got a 4 or if you got an 8, say you got an 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Keep it
and
true.
It's not about you beating him or anything else, because when you did well, he congratulated you as well. You know, being faithful in the things that you do in life, to me, means so much more now as I've gotten older, to where it's just like, there's even been times where, to draw a correlation, is this. There's been times where I've played, and I play with friends or coworkers or whatever it is, or even playing that vacation golf where everything is a lot harder when playing. When you move your ball and then you take a shot and then you score well, it's almost like you start feeling like
there's an asterisk.
There's an asterisk, you know what I mean? But you don't tell anyone else. The same thing with our faith, right? When you do things in your life, and even what we talk about in our men's group to that degree, where it's just like you're doing your best and, you know, you fall, you don't tell anyone else. There's a, not an asterisk, but you get to a point where you're just like, man, you know, God, I know I messed that up.
Right.
Within
you know would have been
the right thing to do, the right thing to say.
And isn't it so much more rewarding, especially on the golf course, when you are in jail, which we have seen twice for me, and you just get out and then make something happen later, rather than cheating your way out of it, getting, say, a birdie,
right?
But then, like, you didn't necessarily learn, you didn't get out of the bad situation,
right? To me, the first thing that came to mind was how you can sear your conscience after a while. Where I've played with people where you know they're cheating,
and they're cool with it,
right? You know what I mean? They just keep going, and that's even in life. You know that there's people in life that clearly cheat every single day, lie, steal, cheat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a thing that everybody's just like, and at the same time, within faith, we understanding even don't allow yourself to get to a certain point where you just continue to cheat yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when you really begin to start falling off in anything that you do, really. But in this game particularly, you know what I mean? If you cheat yourself out of, you know, you can't become better in that way.
No.
Because when you're watched, then what do you do?
Right.
Then you start lying, saying, well, it's an off day, or it was this. No, it's what do you do when no one is looking? This is that kind of game, because it's you, the ball, the course, and a club. And if you move your ball a little bit or you don't count it, it's the same way in life. You know what I mean? What are you doing when no one is looking? Because someone ultimately always is.
Right. Yeah. What do you gain? To add to that, one thing that comes to mind is concerning ourselves with those who aren't playing the right way. It's none of our business.
That's a great point.
We just have to our
That's a great
shot,
point.
our
That's a great
day,
point.
as much as we can.
Great point.
Way to close it up.
Yeah.